Start it. Just put the key in.
Yeah. So essentially, you have your ignition here. You have the off position, on position. You also have a lock position. So if you want to lock the steering,
Okay.
turn it to the left, push down. That's going to lock the steering. Turn it back to the off position. Now your bars are freed up, and you can, actually ride it. Use it and ride it. So starting it up, turn the key to the on position.
In neutral, so you can see the light.
Yep. And then aside from that, so turn the key on. This is your kill switch here. So this is in the off position. This is in the run position. And then aside from that,
Don't give it any gas.
Yep.
Just let it.
Nope. Just hit the start button and start it. If you do need to use the choke, but like right now it's warm enough, you don't even really need to use the choke. It'll warm up. If you do, the choke is going to be here.
Right. That's half choke?
Yeah, so you have half choke and full choke.
Okay.
Now, I choked it, but since it's warm enough already, it's choking it'll kill it.
Oh, it killed it.
Choking it actually killed it.
Really? I thought it was just idle faster or higher.
In certain conditions, yes, but other conditions, it
could kill it. Okay.
Yeah, it could kill it. Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Half choke would probably rev it up a little bit, but
right now it's on no choke?
Yeah, no choke.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, essentially, you want to start the bike up. It is a carbureted bike, so you do want to let it idle for a couple minutes, just to warm it up, and then you'll be ready to go.
High beams.
Yeah. So you have your high beam, low beam, turn signals, your regular left, right, and push to cancel. The indicators are here, so you'll see the indicator there. High beam, you'll see the indicator there. There's not really too much to it.
Right.
You do have, of course, your speedo here.
And the gas tank is full, just so I know.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
we'll check it. Yeah.
So you have your odometer up top, and then your trip down below. To reset the trip, you just basically spin it, and that'll reset it.
Okay. And I should probably get about 120 miles to be on the safe side before I fill it up.
Roughly. So with this, you do have, because it's carbureted, you have a fuel petcock here. So
what is
here,
that called? For the reserve.
Yeah. So the petcock, you have your on position, off position, and then the reserve position.
And I'll feel the bike start to kick out when it's running out of gas, and then I can turn it to
then
reserve.
flip it to reserve.
Okay.
So the thing to remember always is, you're going to run it in the on position.
Yeah.
If it's going to sit for a while, flip it to the off position.
Like overnight?
I mean, overnight,
for like months. For like a month.
But yeah, if it's going to sit for like a week or something, flip it to the off position.
Okay.
And then the reserve position, that's when you start to run out. So if you start to run out, switch it to the reserve, and then look
and when
for
you
a gas
fill it
station.
up regularly, the reserve will get filled automatically.
Yeah, it's all one. Essentially what it is, there's two different pickups.
Uh-huh.
So when the tank's full, it's going off of the main pickup.
Okay.
When it starts to run out and it can't take from that anymore, you switch it to the reserve, and it uses that lower pickup. So it's essentially like two straws that are sitting one higher than the other, and that's essentially the way it ends up going. So when you switch to the reserve, it's all in the same tank, which is what brings me to the point of, when you refill the bike, make sure you switch it from the reserve back to the on position.
Okay. Otherwise, it might not fill it all the way.
Not even that. So one common mistake is fill it up, leave it in the reserve position, and then when you start to run out,
you're done.
You're out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where that, having it in the on position and having the extra when you switch it to that reserve is important.
Okay.
I've done it before on old bikes.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was running in the reserve position, and I ran out of gas on the side of the highway.
Gotcha.
Not good. So every time you refill, make sure you reset it to the on position.
And these come out just by pulling them out. Not that I plan on having a rider on there, but
so passenger pegs just flip down.
Okay. And then once we can turn the bike off, we can do the tube and the gas tank.
So this key also operates the gas cap. So you just twist.
And it pulls straight up.
Yep, and pulls up. So
you can see some.
When you fill up, you don't want to fill it all the way to the top of this. You want to go basically to the to where those bars are.
Okay, so you would say it's full.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would do it myself, right? Don't like let the gas station people do it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you fill it up yourself.
And so you put the thing in as low as it can go in there, like the nozzle.
Yeah, put it in there
until it touches something.
Yeah,
and then it'll click off when it's done.
Yeah.
Or I should like just keep my eyes on it, but it should click off, right?
Yeah, it'll click off. It will click off. Like I said, go to where those bars are inside there.
Yeah.
So go to where the bars are there. You know, if you top it up, you'll go to the bars. That's as high as you want to go. Now, if you haven't, you know, obviously in New Jersey, you probably haven't really used a gas pump here. Some of them will have, some of the pumps will have like a little sleeve. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just try this myself really quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oop.
You can just hold that for me.
Sure. And then when you just push it down, it'll click. It goes back over. Yep.
Okay.
All good.
And then this is storage. Oops. Is it wet because of the...
From when they washed it.
Oh.
A little bit of water in there.
Oh, that was it? Okay,
yep.
It doesn't really...
You got your little tool pack there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
And then the helmet lock.
Helmet lock right here. So you essentially... This is in the open position.
Okay.
So you'll be able to slip that in there. Other things maintenance-wise, obviously, you know, you bring it in for service, but the things to keep an eye on that you'll do in between your regular oil changes, tire pressures,
it's 22,
and then
right?
chain maintenance. Yeah, so tire pressures you have here. So basically, they have it set for different loads, but they're basically the same tire
like 22 is what it said, right?
Yeah, 22. And then if you're carrying like extra weight, you would air up the back a little bit, up to 29 psi. But for the most part, 22, that'll work.
Okay.
The
chain.
So you want to have about an inch of free play in the chain, and that's going to be right in the middle point. So you want to have between the up and the down, you want to have about an inch of free play.
If it gets more than that, come in and you guys might tighten it up.
Yeah. You know, you can also, you know, you can bring it in. We can certainly, you know, reset the chain, but you want to also like clean and re-lube the chain every couple hundred miles. I usually do it about like 300 to 400 miles.
How do you lube it?
Just give it a clean.
Like WD-40?
No, so they make a chain lube. So these chains have little, basically rubber rings in between the links. You want to use a chain lube that's made for those O-rings. For one, it keeps the dirt from getting in, but it also hydrates those O-rings. Those O-rings seal in between, you know, inside of those barrels. So if those O-rings dry out,
it's like rubber in there.
Dirt can get in there, and then it'll compromise the chain. So lubing the chain with an O-ring,
and it just sprays. Like I don't have to do you have to move the bike forward a little bit so the chain moves a little bit?
Yeah, you want to make sure that you coat the entire chain.
So I can probably spray it, and then the section that I can't reach, I can move the bike up a little bit so the chain's in a different spot.
Usually what you do is maybe put like a piece of cardboard behind here. Hit this section.
Because if it gets on the tires, it can make the tire slipper.
Yeah, you don't want to get the chain lube on the tires. So, yeah, again,
and if I look for it on Amazon, it's just a chain lube for motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, we have different chain lubes in here, but yeah, if you wanted to, just make sure it's for O-rings. Because they make chain lube that's for like off-road chains that don't have the O-rings. That's not going to help your chain. So O-ring chain lube. The other thing, so usually every couple hundred miles, or like if you end up riding in the rain or something, it's usually good to just give it a quick coat of lube just to make sure that the chain doesn't start to rust at all. Alright.
This will be outside most of the time, except maybe in the winter for a few months in the garage, so I'm going to put a cover on it. It shouldn't rust, right? The frame or anything?
I mean, keep a cover on it. That'll definitely help.
Even in the winter, if it snows, it won't mess it up. I mean, a cover could keep it pretty well protected.
Cover's going to protect it pretty well, yeah.
Because I had a Buell Blast 500 that when I kept it outside, it seemed like it got rusted a little fast, but it was over maybe too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, no matter what, outside is outside. You keep a cover on it, that's definitely going to help. You know, indoors is going to keep it in the best condition, but if you don't have the ability to keep it indoors, you know, I went through that for a long time. Like, I couldn't keep it indoors, but I kept the cover on it. It kept it in good condition.
Okay.
You know, keeping indoors, obviously, you know.
When you put, I also got like a chain lock. Does the chain like go through the tire and around the bike with the cover on? So like, how did you chain it up, like in your driveway or whatever?
So I had.
Did
I
you
didn't
put it through
chain it to anything. I just had a disc lock.
Okay.
That went on there with an alarm.
Okay.
But you can get, you can run the chain through the wheel and then around something. So just like you would check it with a dipstick with your car. Yeah. You want to warm the bike up though.
Okay.
You want to warm it up, and then this is your top level.
Okay.
So you want it to be somewhere between this and that.
But if I do the regular scheduled mains, it should be okay for the most part, in your opinion.
For the most part, but you still want to check your oil levels.
Like once every 2 months, maybe?
Honestly, I'd check it once a month, if not a little more frequently.
Okay.
It depends on how much you're riding.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But yeah, check it every couple of weeks. I mean, some people check it every single ride.